you on TV, online, and on the go. This is Valley News Live at 6.
Talk of $34 million in new special assessments has neighbors in West Fargo concerned, but city leaders say not so fast. Nothing is set in stone.
Valley News Team's crime and safety reporter Bailey Hurley talked with the city today to figure out which neighborhoods are impacted and how soon the new bill will be coming out of your pocket.
It ranges from $7.8 million all the way down to just $25,000. That's how much neighbors in West Fargo could be paying in the near future for special assessments.
One clarification, these are for projects that have already been completed. These aren't for new projects.
The assessments are broken up into 14 different districts, with each total set to be divvied up by the Special Assessment Commission. Shockley says only the northern part of the Cheyenne Street project is included in this assessment, adding most of the city's specials are development driven.
There's multiple street projects. There's some new development projects that included both street, stormwater, sanitary sewer.
Shockley says Monday evening's city meeting was only the first step in the process, saying assessments won't actually get levied against homeowners for another 4 to 8 months.
It's a long process with many notices and many meetings.
Shockley says home and landowners will be given several notices on when and where public forums will be held, where you can voice concerns on the amount of specials levied against you.
There will be a significant opportunity for the public to hear what the Special Assessment Commission has to say about each of the districts, and then if they aren't satisfied, they have the ability to appeal to the City Commission.
Now, I wanted to see which neighborhoods were going to be hit the hardest, and totaling over $7.8 million in specials are those living in the Wild's 9th and 11th editions. Neighbors living between 13th Avenue and Beaton Drive and 9th Street East and 45th Street, they come in second, racking in $7.3 million in specials. And those in and around 9th Street East and 13th Avenue intersection, that project is set to be assessed at just over $5 million. Andrea.
All right, thank you, Bailey. We have a complete list of what each district is assessed on our website, valleynewslive.com.
Little or no wind, warmer temps, sunshine. We've been enjoying a trifecta of good weather today. Let's find out from Hutch what to expect in tonight's No Wait Weather Planner. Hutch?
Hey, I got to tell you, things are quiet here in the valley, but that wasn't the case everywhere. We do have some areas of haze and fog. Temperatures in the teens here, Fargo and Grand Forks, elsewhere 20s. In fact, we just slipped out of the 30-degree area. In Detroit Lakes, it's now 28 degrees there. As we head into the evening hours, there's not much wind today, but we do have some flakes starting to show up. Now, there'll be a chance for a few flakes, maybe some freezing drizzle and freezing fog out in our western counties. Roads will remain icy where we have a fog problem. In southern Minnesota, reduced visibilities with a fog advisory until 9 o'clock tonight. Here's a look at your planner in Fargo. We'll have mostly cloudy skies and temperatures that'll be steady in the teens to near 20, maybe even rising a degree or two as we go between now and midnight. Mike, now tomorrow, flakes are in the forecast, more slippery roads in the forecast. No, it's not a blizzard. There's not a lot of snow, but it doesn't take a lot to make things a little tricky travel-wise. I'll have details in your hour-by-hour forecast in a moment.
If we're careful, it'll be good to enjoy.
20s, yes.
Thanks.
A Wahpeton man has been sentenced to 10 years in prison for the transportation of a child for purpose of engaging in illicit sexual activity. On January 3rd, South Carolina law enforcement received a report that a 16-year-old missing teenager had been located via cell phone tracking at the Minneapolis-St. Paul International Airport. Now, airport security revealed the missing juvenile entered a vehicle belonging to 33-year-old Dustin Galileo of Wahpeton. Police located the missing juvenile at his residence in Wahpeton and removed her. She told police she left her home in South Carolina and met Galileo at the airport and then drove to his residence where they engaged in sexual intercourse. He was sentenced to 10 years in federal prison, followed by 15 years of supervised release.
One man's been arrested who police say violently assaulted a woman and fled from police. It happened shortly before midnight last night during a traffic stop in the 4000 block of 13th Avenue South. An officer approached the vehicle he saw Claude Black violently punching the female driver. Black then got on top of the driver, pushed her to the side, and then drove away. Officers later found the vehicle, set up a perimeter. The female told officers where they could find Black. They chased him on foot before arresting him. He faces multiple charges, including reckless endangerment, fleeing in a motor vehicle, and simple assault.
2 women are facing multiple drug charges after nearly 20 grams of meth were found in a vehicle. Jennifer Broadway and her passenger, Tanisha Platt, were pulled over last Thursday for having snow covering their license plate. While police were writing a warning, a canine sniffed out nearly 20 grams of meth, a pipe, 2 scales, and baggies. Both women claimed that the items weren't theirs. Both Broadway and Platt were arrested for possession of meth and possession of meth with intent to distribute.
Moorhead police are asking for your help locating 24-year-old Elijah Jackson. He has multiple open warrants, including one for property damage. If you have more information about his whereabouts, you're asked to call police. Meanwhile, authorities in Fergus Falls are asking for your help locating 24-year-old Paul Godot. He's on your screen right now. There's an open warrant for theft and possession of drugs. If you have any information about his whereabouts, call authorities.
Don't ignore random footprints around your vehicle. A man posted on Facebook that unfamiliar tracks led him to find that catalytic converters were stolen from vehicles on Main Avenue in Fargo. It's the exhaust emission control device that lowers the amount of toxic gases from internal combustion. A Fargo recycling company told us these parts are valued at a record high right now. Online, some are priced at over $2 grand. Tracking a stolen catalytic converter, though, is next to impossible since they don't have serial numbers.
Take an extra look. If you see a trail, especially this time of year, you can tell when people have been around your stuff. You know, there's going to be tracks. We get enough winter storms around here. You know, we can tell when someone's been tampering with something.
If if someone takes your catalytic converter, you can get it fixed, but you'll pay $600 to $700.
In West Fargo, police there are asking for your help locating this person, a person of interest in an ongoing investigation. If you have any information on her whereabouts, call their tip line at 701-433-5333.
Police believe a missing Standing Rock woman may now be a victim of human trafficking. Kara Maui is now listed as an endangered person. A trail of leads has led investigators to the Dallas, Texas area. Maui has been missing since November 8th.
A 63-year-old man is dead after suffering a sudden medical condition on Highway 10 Tuesday night. That man was driving a 2004 Peterbilt hauling cattle from a Jamestown feedlot to Aberdeen, South Dakota. He suddenly drifted off the highway and into a field. A short time later, 2 motorists approached the truck and found the driver unconscious. He was taken to the Jamestown Regional Medical Center where he was declared dead. No damage was reported to the truck or the cattle.
Our slippery roads have led to vehicle owners being caught in the crosshairs of oncoming vehicles. In Grand Forks yesterday, 5 hit and runs were reported. Police could only find evidence for 1. If you're ever involved in a crash with another vehicle, the first thing you should do, according to a car insurance agent, is take photos of the damages and the other car's license plate. There were several people in the valley that we spoke to whose vehicles were hit.
This is where his car came and pushed right up against mine. And as you can see, it dented the hood all to crap.
I hope they feel guilty. I mean, it is a crime what they did, and they just left.
While it may be hard to track down the car that hit you if you weren't there, police say you should still call 911. In the state of North Dakota, drivers are required to carry auto insurance, and you can be cited if you don't.
One man's recovering after a pickup truck crashed into a buggy in Becker County. It happened last Thursday on Highway 87 near Frazee. Authorities say 41-year-old Justin Oshowitz of Frazee was heading east when his truck hit the buggy. The car driven by 52-year-old Joseph Sitala of Fargo was behind the two and hit the ditch to avoid the crash. The man in the buggy, 22-year-old Samuel Schmucker, was taken to the hospital and is expected to be okay.
Later on Valley News Live at 6, where in North Dakota the numbers are growing for chronic wasting disease in deer.
Temperatures in the teens and 20s tonight with a few clouds building in. I'll have hour-by-hour details on some snow and slippery conditions on your Thursday outlook coming up right after this.